In the vast and storied world of thoroughbred racing, greatness is often defined by glamour. Triple Crown champions, record purses, or bloodline prestige. Names like Secretariat, Man o' War, and Seabiscuit are immortalized for breathtaking displays of brilliance. Yet, there exists another kind of greatness, one built not on fleeting moments of triumph, but on relentless day-in and day-out endurance and consistency. Among such titans, one name stands alone atop the record books. Chorisbar foaled in Puerto Rico in 1935. Chorisbar carved an indelible place in racing history. Over a remarkable career spanning a decade, from 1937 to 1947, he recorded an astonishing 197 wins from 324 starts, a feat that earned him a Guinness World Record for the most career victories by any racehorse. Beyond the cold numbers lies a story of grit, durability, and the unique racing culture of Puerto Rico, where legends were forged through sheer volume as much as individual brilliance. This is the tale of Chorisbar, the iron horse whose relentless spirit captivated an island and whose record remains untouched to this day. Chorisbar's early life unfolded on the Caribbean island of Puerto Rico, a region with a rich yet often overlooked thoroughbred racing tradition. In the 1930s, as the world slowly emerged from the shadow of the Great Depression, Puerto Rican racing was flourishing. Though lacking the multi-million-dollar purses and breeding empires of Kentucky or Europe, the island's racing community was vibrant and deeply connected to its people. Horse racing was a sport of the masses. Track attendance was robust, wagering was spirited, and horses became beloved local celebrities. Importantly, the style of racing on the island diverged from the prevailing trends elsewhere. Whereas elite American and European stables focused on breeding blue-blooded stars for prestigious stakes races, Puerto Rican racing revolved around volume. Horses ran frequently, sometimes multiple times in a week, and fan loyalty built not on potential stud value, but on consistent performance at the track. It was within this environment that Chorisbar was foaled in 1935. Detailed records of his pedigree have largely been lost to time, a common fate for horses bred during this era in Puerto Rico. Yet whatever his bloodlines, he inherited the essential qualities that would define his career: soundness, resilience, and an uncommon will to compete. Chorisbar debuted on the Puerto Rican circuits in 1937, beginning a campaign that would ultimately span a decade. From his earliest races, he demonstrated a remarkable ability to recover quickly from exertion and deliver consistent performances, an absolute necessity in an environment where racing calendars were jam-packed. Unlike modern thoroughbreds, who typically run fewer than a dozen times a year, Chorisbar averaged over 32 starts per season, racing roughly every 11 days. This staggering schedule demanded not just speed and tactical acumen, but also iron physical constitution and exceptional management from his trainers and handlers. As he matured, Chorisbar began to rack up victories at an astounding rate. The Puerto years 1940, 1941, and 1942 marked the peak of his career. In 1941 alone, he recorded an extraordinary 37 wins in a single season, an output nearly unimaginable by today's standards. Other seasons saw him post 28 or more wins, and even in the later years of his campaign, he remained a force to be reckoned with, tallying 23 victories in both 1945 and 1946. Throughout his career, Chorisbar wasn't simply a win machine. He was also a model of consistency. Beyond his 197 victories, he was placed a further 86 times, meaning he finished in the money in well over 80% of his starts. This level of sustained excellence speaks not only to his class, but also to his adaptability, racing under varying conditions against evolving competition and across a wide range of distances. Chorisbar's era coincided with a golden age of Puerto Rican racing, a time when the island produced an extraordinary number of prolific racehorses, each with their own claim to greatness. Foremost among these was Condado, a chestnut star foaled in 1934. Condado achieved a remarkable 152 wins from 213 starts, including an almost mythical 43-race win streak. Another contemporary, Galgo Jr., recorded 136 victories from just 158 starts, boasting one of the highest win percentages in racing history. Later, the legendary Camarero, foaled in 1951, would captivate Puerto Rico by winning 56 consecutive races, a world record for consecutive victories that still stands. Yet even Camarero, revered as he is, amassed only 73 total wins, a figure dwarfed by Chorisbar's towering 197 victories. While each of these champions embodied unique strengths, Condado's dominance, Galgo Jr.'s efficiency, Camarero's legendary streak, none approached Chorisbar's cumulative impact on the record books. In terms of sheer career wins, he remains the undisputed king, not just of Puerto Rican racing, but of global thoroughbred history. What allowed Chorisbar to achieve such extraordinary longevity and volume of success? The answer lies in a combination of genetics, training philosophy, and the unique racing culture of mid-20th century Puerto Rico. First and foremost, Chorisbar was blessed with exceptional physical soundness. Racing at such a frenetic pace would have been impossible without a robust musculoskeletal system, durable tendons, and efficient cardiovascular capacity. His ability to recover quickly between starts suggests an elite natural physiology. Equally, critical was the training methodology employed in Puerto Rico during this era. Trainers focused on building stamina and resilience, with conditioning regimens designed to prepare horses for frequent racing rather than brief peaks of speed. Emphasis was placed on maintaining consistent racing weight, avoiding injury through careful management and fostering mental toughness, attributes perfectly suited to a horse like Chorisbar. Additionally, the structure of Puerto Rican racing played to his strengths. With frequent race cards and a passionate fan base eager to see their favorite horses in action, opportunities for regular competition were abundant. The racing environment favored horses that could deliver consistent performances week in and week out, an approach that would have been unsustainable on the American or European stakes circuit, but perfectly suited Chorisbar's strengths. Finally, one must not overlook the intangibles, the heart, courage, and competitive spirit that separate true champions from mere contenders. Again and again, Chorisbar returned to the starting gate ready to battle, often against younger or fresher horses. His will to compete became legendary, and his popularity with Puerto Rican racing fans reflected deep admiration for his unyielding spirit. To fully appreciate Chorisbar's accomplishments, one must understand the unique culture of Puerto Rican racing during the 1930s and 1940s. While mainland American racing focused increasingly on elite stakes races and the commercial potential of breeding, Puerto Rican racing embraced a more populist ethos. Tracks like El Comandante and Hippodromo, Camarero prioritized frequent, accessible racing. The sport was deeply woven into the island's cultural fabric, providing affordable entertainment and fostering heroes who resonated with everyday fans. In this milieu, horses were expected to race often and consistently. Durability was prized over flash-in-the-pan brilliance, and horses who could deliver sustained excellence over years became beloved icons. It was an environment that rewarded the qualities Chorisbar exemplified. Moreover, the competitive landscape was fierce. With horses like Condado, Galgo Jr., and later Camarero raising the bar, Chorisbar faced constant challenges from a deep pool of talented rivals. His ability to not just survive but thrive in this crucible underscores the true greatness of his career. Today, Chorisbar's mark of 197 career wins remains unchallenged and likely unassailable. The modern thoroughbred industry has evolved dramatically since his era. Advances in veterinary science, changes in training philosophy, and the increasing commercial emphasis on breeding mean that top horses are retired earlier, with far fewer career starts. It is now common for elite racehorses to retire after 10, to 20 starts, with careers managed to maximize both purse earnings and future stud value. Against this backdrop, the kind of career Chorisbar enjoyed is virtually impossible to replicate. Even among hard-knocking modern campaigners, horses like Bankrupt, 86 wins, Kingston, 89 wins, or Tippity Witchet, 78 wins, no thoroughbred has come remotely close to matching Chorisbar's total. The factors that enabled his record: frequent racing schedules, cultural emphasis on durability, and a unique local racing environment, no longer exist in major racing jurisdictions. Thus, while other records may fall to future stars, Chorisbar's place atop the list of career wins seems secure for the foreseeable future. Beyond statistics, Chorisbar's legacy endures in the hearts of Puerto Rican racing fans and the wider community of thoroughbred enthusiasts who appreciate the underappreciated virtues of consistency and resilience. In Puerto Rico, Chorisbar is remembered not just as a record holder, but as a symbol of perseverance. His story resonates with the island's spirit, a small but determined place where greatness is achieved through hard work and enduring commitment. His influence also extends to the broader thoroughbred world, where discussions of durability often cite Puerto Rico's legendary horses as exemplars. Alongside Condado, Galgo Jr., and Camarero, Chorisbar represents an alternative model of greatness, one not defined by million-dollar purses or stallion deals, but by daily courage and sustained excellence. In an era when many champions are retired prematurely for commercial reasons, Chorisbar's story serves as a poignant reminder of what horses are capable of when given the chance to fulfill their potential on the racetrack. His career stands as a tribute to the beauty of the racing horse as an athlete first and foremost, not merely a commodity. The story of Chorisbar is one of the most extraordinary chapters in the annals of thoroughbred racing. From his humble beginnings on the island of Puerto Rico to his unprecedented 197 career victories, he exemplified the enduring virtues of grit, soundness, and unwavering determination. His career unfolded during a unique era in Puerto Rican racing, a time when horses were celebrated for their consistency and accessibility to the public. Within this environment, Chorisbar rose to unparalleled heights, capturing the imagination of racing fans and setting a standard of durability that has never been equaled. Today, his record remains unmatched, a towering achievement that seems unlikely ever to be surpassed. But beyond the numbers, Chorisbar's legacy lies in the example he set of what can be achieved through heart, hard work, and an unbreakable will to compete. As long as the sport of thoroughbred racing endures, so too will the name of Chorisbar, a chestnut warrior who raced his way into immortality, one start at a time.